Hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. So there's a few challenges that I still have not done, but as you probably remember, I'm not that great at the game, and I think I've somewhat hit the wall on what I can actually do without just embarrassing myself. So at least for the time being, I'm gonna head on into extra story. So before you proceed, the extra story takes place after the events of the main story and assumes you are familiar with its events. For that reason, it is strongly recommended that you finish the main story first. I have not technically finished the main story, but I've played up to the part of like the point of no return, and I've obviously finished the main story in the original game. So I think I'm gonna be okay with starting the extra story now. If I recall, this is this takes place on Biona's shoulder, right? Like the beta content unused area that was not in the final game. I think that's what this is. So this is going to be Future Connected. Okay, that's a fancy title. Okay, so this is an entire like separate menu screen. I didn't realize this was a I thought it was just like a separate small adventure, but apparently we've got an entire separate game mode in here.
That symbol. Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny! All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
There it is.
Melia, we're in sight of Alchemar.
All right, I'm on my way.
Phew. Guess we're still in one piece.
Quite. What in the world was that?
It happened so quickly that I didn't get a good look myself. I saw some flickering around the capital. Then suddenly, a black beam.
A black beam? Some new defensive measure, perhaps. The junks. Can it fly?
Some components sustained heavy damage. It won't budge until we can swap them out.
Right.
It's fine. They're not particularly rare parts. They'll have them in Alchemoth.
You make it sound very simple. Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Sister Bon, watch out on right! I take care of it. Kino handle left side. Gotcha!
Those voices.
Are those? It's Kino and Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Of course.
Okay, gameplay differences. Some elements of this new adventure are very different from the adventure so far. The most major points will be introduced on the following pages. There's 4 pages. As you progress through the adventure, instead of chain attacks, you'll unlock an all-new system for performing all-out attacks. You'll still require a segment of the gaze to revive fallen allies. Shulk has lost his power to see visions. Fun. This calls for more caution than before when it comes to your enemy's most powerful attacks. Some allies will battle in new ways not present before. The skill tree system has been removed. There are further changes, so keep an eye out for them as you play. Alright. Awesome. So we're not wasting any time here. We are getting straight into the Bionic Shoulder region. Can I just, like, completely, like, screw off from that direction where I'm supposed to go to do plot things? Where am I supposed to go? I fell off the spaceship. Alright. So if I were to... Okay, so the dotted line is pointing me in that direction. I don't remember if I've pointed this out before, but... Actually, I don't know if there's anywhere else I can get out of the water except from out there. Okay, so the game is really gonna herd me in that direction. The map system is significantly more helpful now than it was in the original game. I don't remember earlier in the first couple of videos that I did on this, I don't remember exactly how much I talked about the differences between this and the original. Definitely I appreciate the map system. I definitely appreciate the changes to the, like, the menu system up here. That's not the menu button. This is the menu button. It's a lot cleaner and easier to read than it was in the original Wii game. Not least of all with the original Wii game being outputted at like 480p or whatever. So I'm just gonna... I probably should do this. I am level 60. I am both level 60. Probably would not be a terrible idea for me to have a look at what things I have and what like skills I'm gonna want to be using. It looks like I have the same set of skills as I had in the original game. I'm playing as Melia by default, and I suppose I don't have any gems. I suppose I can attempt to battle as Melia, and try not to make too big a mess of things. What level are you guys? 62. That one behind me was 63, I think. Alright. Level 61, Crazy Pagul. What is this? This looks like... This is probably going to be some place that we're entering later. But it looks rather gated off for now. You're gonna... Big trouble time. Alright, fine. The game is locking me onto that. I think I can wait before I deal with that. I do want to look around first before I get into any fights. Let's see. So we have some of those Brogs, we have some of those nebulae. And we have a cliff that we can fall off. Am I going to get an achievement for... I didn't actually mean to do that. Am I going to get an achievement for doing this again? Since this is considered a new save? No, it doesn't seem like it. All right. Well, maybe that's enough goofing off for this time, for the time being. I'm gonna swim over in this direction. I'm going to engage the crazy Pagul, and hopefully make quick work of these guys. I didn't do. Oh no, we were fighting the. What are we fighting? Lightseeker. Okay, so I can't lock onto these. I have to engage the cutscene. These are Wolves of some sort, aren't they? Bonk.
Who next in line to get face full of mild down? Anyone so much as breathe this way, rifle of Kino go blah blah blah.
The Nopon dialect of English is clearly the best dialect of English.
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shook. Help very welcome. More is always merrier.
This is a new song. I don't recognize this song. That's cool. So we're gonna close out of that. I'm going to engage these two goons. Can I put you to sleep? Can I put you to sleep and at least have you stop causing problems? Oh, Shulk, you just woke it right back up. All right, thanks for wasting that, I guess. Let's see. What can I do? I can summon some elementals. I can have 3 elementals at once. Strength up, regen, and ether up. Maybe not the. I think I missed that one. Physical protect. I like that one. Maybe instead of having ether up for Shulk and Nene, who look like rather physical attackers, I will have Earth Elemental, a Fire Elemental, and a Water Elemental. Right. And I guess I can discharge those. See if I can do damage fast here. I am doing damage fast. I think there's one more, unless you already took care of the third one. I guess you took care of the third one. Okay.
Big sis, we did it! Job is good one, Kino.
That was amazing, you two. It was like seeing Ryan and Sharla fighting together again.
Just so. Fitting. For children of here upon Ricky's household. No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
Oh, really? Most interesting.
Please do not take personally.
If we stay here, there is a risk of another attack. We should move to a safer location.
Very well. Is this acceptable?
Plenty acceptable.
Right. Let's go. This place looks promising. We can take a break here.
So tell us, what were you two doing out there? Rather, how did you even get here at all?
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have come on the junks.
What? Are you quite sure, Shulk?
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital, on the Bionist shoulder.
So,
Ah. So that is where the junks comes in then. I appreciate it. But even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat, the rebuilding continues. Much remains to be done.
I realize that. And I also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So why then?
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
Shulk. That's...
We could be there and back in less than half a day.
Mama? Me. Kino, maybe better to explain. Mama, we're just on little strolly stroll when we suddenly hear voices. Now, Kino. Nene watch Kino with eyes of Rogel. Kino, follow Mr. Shulk from behind and do some sneak peekings. Nana, Sister Pon followed Kino and sneak peek on too. Meh.
So you stowed away like I thought. But what for?
That pose that Millie is sitting in looks so painful. I just can't imagine bending my knees like that.
Want to become mighty Heropon too.
I'm certain Ricky would be most proud. But how did that lead to you boarding our vessel?
He see opportunity to help people who in trouble. That way can become friends with people everywhere. Mighty Heropon make friends with every toe step. Or so Dadapon say, at least.
I see. That does explain things.
Many sorries. It's not fault of Sister Pon. These not scored Nene. Fault is of Kino only. Kino. Sincere sorries. Kino wanted to repay debt. Dadapon and Mamapon take Kino in when Kino all alone.
Melia, stop doing that. You're hurting my knees.
One day, out of blue, Dadapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brotherpon. That day, nobody make comment. Everyone except Kino. Kino, more happy they could say. That why. That way want to become Heropon and repay debt to family. Really sorry.
Kino, you do your family honor. Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Ricky and Oka are proud of you too.
Actually, Melia and I are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
For really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, if Kino must. You really twist wing. But fine. We'll allow to be sidekicks of Kino. Kino? Wrong word. Supposed to say friends.
So, we'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes, about that. It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cape?
Explain.
I'm a bit concerned. What you said about defensive measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The cape it is.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Heropon Kino! It all starts here! Mahey!
Alright, Event Theater. This is going to be just a cutscene archive. Okay. That's what it sounded like. You can change the following options: the weather and time of day for some events, character appearance, already acquired looks only. Alright, that's fun. Alright. I way back when I did the Xenoblade Chronicles original Let's Play, I thought about doing one of those like Xenoblade Chronicles the movie compilations. I didn't do it because work. Although I am curious as to how much cutscene there would have been should I have done that. Where did you come from? Alright, fine. We'll fight. Let's see. I guess I'll narrate the first couple fights that I do here. I see that I have both Kino and Nene in the party. Already? Or something like that. Let's see. Generally, as I've been playing with Melia on my own, as I replay Xenoblade Chronicles for the definitive edition, I've kind of just been having my my elementals floating over my head for a minute or so before dispelling them, so that the rest of my party could like make use of the buffs. But after a period of time, I definitely will just fire them all off like this, and take advantage of having those summons and doing damage. But battle's almost over. That's okay. We can call it there. We can pick up some treasure and we can move on. So what was I saying? The having a feature like the Event Theater would definitely make that sort of silliness easier, because you could just replay cutscenes on demand instead of having to scrub through the recordings to find where the cutscenes played originally. But nevertheless, let's see. In less painful sounding conversation topics, the other thing I noticed in that cutscene, in addition to Melia's knees being like in the most painful pose imaginable, I do really like character animation that's like when they talk, it's not their mouths being animated moving, as is the case with like, with like most of the characters in the game, the human-shaped characters in the game. Shulk, get back here, I want to see your face. Alright, we're done. But it's just, the mouths are just a texture that's animating on their face, and I like that. I think it's a very, like, cute, stylized, sort of aesthetic, especially in the middle of, like, fully modeled character heads in a game that's otherwise full of these fully modeled character heads. Anyway, where am I going? I know that, the game wants me to go off in, I think, that direction, towards that big rock? No. Is it, like, somewhere else in this direction? I don't even know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going, but I ended up where I wanted to be, as some wise old man once said. Let's see, I see a red spot. I assume this is going to be the same feature quest item thing as it was in the original game. That is Pororo's favorite. No vision there. Shulk will not be giving us a vision. Oh, you know what? Shulk didn't necessarily give us visions on items when we picked up red glowing spots. It was just particular individual items that were going to end up being important. The red ones may or may not have... Hello. Extreme close-up of Melia's butt. So, something that I'm noticing, I think, when it comes to the order in which summoned elementals are used, are, it seems to be a stack-based, like, system, so that the most recent elemental that you summoned is also the first to be used when you use, elemental discharge. So, for example, the first one that I summoned here was, or the most recent elemental that you summoned, rather, is the first to be removed. So, if I were to get back on my feet, because these guys are gonna... Alright, I guess I'll have to wait until the next fight to show off what I meant. Those guys are gonna be knocked over, so I didn't get a chance to actually, like, play around and verify. But, if, for example, the electric element was the first that I summoned, and then I summoned the water element, if I were to discharge, if I were to use the discharge move, the first one to go would be the water element, and the electric element would still be there. So it's a last in, first out sort of sort of data structure, a stack in computer science terms. I cannot mine ether. Alright, I am at Companion's Cave. And I cannot mine ether, and I don't know why. Alright, whatever. Guess that's just there for decoration right now.
Many bird people here.
Are there really only high entier living here?
Oh there, strangers.
Ah, hello.
I see. You've had a rough time of it. However, I suggest you steer clear of Alchemoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
The Fog King?
Yeah. Suddenly showed up in Alchemoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
Must be Ghost. Ghost not shoot beams, dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King?
We fought in defense of our home. We were ready to die, and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the High Entia and anyone else we found, and gave up the capital, so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
Maxis,
Huh? Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis.
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
Now what?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this means we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers. With you, Lady Melia, as our shining paragon, I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah, yes. I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool, if ever there was one. To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High Entier in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then.
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Galgar is good friend! Kind thanks, Birdmister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ. If it not displease my ladyship too grossly, may I offer you my companionship on your journey? I have a modicum of skill with the blade, please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Galgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
What do you mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away?
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care of yourselves. You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
See friend later. Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.